Disney's live-action remake of Snow White releases in theaters this weekend and has been receiving lots of controversy. This live-action remake stars Rachel Zegler as Snow White and Gal Gadot as the Evil Queen. The main controversy specifically comes from Rachel Zegler's statements about the Snow White character and story, and from Gal Gadot's posts about the conflict between Israel and Palestine. During a few interviews at the D23 Expo in 2022, Rachel Zegler talked with Variety about, in quotes, bringing a new modern edge to Snow White.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign. I am.
And Extra TV talked to her about her different version of Snow White.
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince or a different kind of prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, we cast a guy in the movie.
Right.
Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. But it's one of those things.
So true.
It's an inner journey that she goes on to find her true self, and she meets a lot of people along the way that make the journey really incredible.
She also talked about her initial reaction to the original film and Ride with Entertainment Weekly.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years. Reality is that the cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just and who can become a fantastic leader.
On May 12th of 2021, Gadot, an Israeli actress, posted on X, in quotes, "My heart breaks. My country is at war. I worry for my family, my friends. I worry for my people. This is a vicious cycle that has been going on for far too long. Israel deserves to live as a free and safe nation. Our neighbors deserve the same. I pray for the victims and their families. I pray for this unimaginable hostility to end. I pray for our leaders to find the solution so we could live side by side in peace. Pray for better days." End quotes. On October 7th of 2023, Gadot posted on Instagram, in quotes, "I stand with Israel. You should too. The world cannot sit on the fence when these horrific acts of terror are happening." End quotes. She also faces backlash due to rumors about her time of service in the Israel Defense Forces. Now back to the film itself. The original 1937 film was the first ever animated feature motion picture, and first Disney feature motion picture, and really boosted Disney. This live-action remake is also directed by Mark Webb, who's known for Sony and Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man duology. For an in-depth review of this film, go to WNDU.com to see movie buff Benjamin Slack's thoughts on the film. Spencer Beeler, WNDU.com.